action, death-defying stunts, exotic locations, nefarious villains, and ancient artifacts. These are the reasons why our nation has become obsessed with the bombastic film serial, The Adventures of Mitch McCracken. Week by week, filmgoers, such as yourselves, flock to the local movie theater to enjoy each exciting new installment. But I need not tell you all this, because you all are huge fans of The Adventures of Mitch McCracken, aren't you? Well, I thought so. Though there's perhaps one thing that you did not know. These films aren't just pulp stories cooked up by Hollywood. They are based on real events. Now, you all know of Nick Finch, Mitch McCracken's loyal companion who accompanies him on every adventure. Well, I am the real Nick Finch. Yes. It's true. And I've accompanied Mitch on many adventures over the years. Now, throughout this decade of the 1930s, Hollywood has put our stories on the silver screen. But due to limited budgets, rudimentary effects, and puritanical sensibilities, they have failed to capture them in their true glory. For example, in Mitch McCracken and the Ruby Staff, when Mitch enters the Chamber of Terror, he faces a room full of cobras. In the film, at least. But in real life, he faced a group of much more terrifying creatures. Can you guess what they were?
Snails.
Dinosaurs.
Snails. That is correct. Snails are very much like snakes, but they have a shell, protection. They're gooey and icky, things that Mitch McCracken does not like. We were slipping all over the temple, smacking into walls. It was terrible. Another example. In Mitch McCracken and the Sapphire Compass, in order to cross the treacherous tundra, Mitch and I were facing a fierce hailstorm in the film. But in real life, what much more treacherous obstacle did we have to brave?
Locusts.
I heard locusts, and that is correct. Locusts, as fat as hail, were falling out of the sky as if called by God himself. A plague upon all of us. We had so many locust bites because we were disguised as crops. You all know this was integral to the film. Now let's give one final example. I have in Mitch McCracken and the Emerald Crown. The villainous LaRue perished when she fell from the horrendous cliffs. But can you guess what much more horrendous fate LaRue faced?
Math tests.
Can you say that again?
Math tests.
A math test. Yes, it's a cruel way to die. You see, she wasn't allowed to leave until she solved a formula which she just could not. And she sat there, trying to show her work for hours and hours. They refused her any food, any water, until she keeled over. The film decided to adapt that to her falling off a cliff, but in my opinion, not as entertaining. And so you see, the films don't hold a torch to the real events. And that's why I, Nick Finch, have gathered you all here today to regale you with the 100% true tales of the adventures of Mitch McCracken. Now, there's just so many adventures and so little time. Which one to tell? Perhaps I could use the help of a junior adventurer out there in the audience. If you would like to come down and help me decide which quest we're going to hear about tonight, raise your hand. I see a lot of brave faces. Do I see any brave hands? Ah, yes! come join me. Well, Junior Adventurer, what is your name?
Aubrey.
Aubrey, you are very brave. Are you ready to help me decide the artifact we are going to hear about tonight?
Yes.
Come stand right here, Aubrey. Bring out the artifacts. Aubrey, bring me the one that speaks to you the most. The quest for the chalice. It's my favorite adventure. Let's hear a big round of applause for Aubrey. Now, you have all no doubt seen the film based on this adventure. In the film, we pick up at the tail end of our previous adventure before we go after the chalice. Now, in the film, this was in a forest. But in real life, it was in a much more peculiar location. Can you guess where that was?
A bear's den.
School.
A bear's den. Quick to the draw there. Yes! Deep in a cave. In the middle of winter. A bear hibernating deep in that cave. You could hear the resounding snores coming out of its body. It was slightly congested. Bones littered the floor of the cave. I held a lone torch. And from the ceiling, jumping down, was none other than the one and only Mitch McCracken. Mitch.
Nick, be quiet. I smell a bear. Oh, I'm hearing as well.
Don't worry, Mitch. It's the middle of winter. It's hibernating. Surely it won't awaken.
It's a little known fact that bears, during the middle of winter, have one singular day when they wake up, Nick. No scientist, that's right, no scientist has been able to tell what day that is exactly.
Well, hopefully it isn't February 9th.
Of course it won't be, that would be too random.
That would be too random, which is today, so.
Don't worry, Nick, that is its sleeping yawn. And its sleeping roar. Nick, we must find the amber jewel. We are running out of time.
Yes. Well, Mitch, I was scouting out, and, well, it seems like all the bones seem to lead down that cavern.
Right into the bear's den, of course.
I assume so. I think we need to be very careful not to step on any bones, because the crackling sound might awaken the bear.
You're right. Well, let's go.
Ribcage.
Careful. Nick,
Yes.
I feel like this is an appropriate place to talk about this. I read some very disturbing facts in the local newspapers of New York.
Well, tell me about them. Femur!
Well, it appears someone got a hold of my deepest, darkest secrets, Nick.
Oh no, Mitch, you have so many of those. I have one specific one that you never wanted to get out.
Deep and dark.
Just like this cave.
That's right. Nick, this could ruin me.
You said it's already in the paper.
Exactly, which is why it would ruin me.
This isn't good, pal. Maybe you need to get ahead of it. Make a statement.
Well, I guess you're right, but more importantly, who has these secrets of me?
It's hard to tell.
Crack! No! The bear! Nick!
What are you doing in my cave?
It talks!
Yes, I'm a talking bear.
Mitch, it's the power of the amber jewel. It allows animals to speak.
Oh, that's right. Nick,
What are you talking about?
it must be nearby.
Where is my amber jewel? Have you
other-
stolen it?
The other side.
Where? No. How did you know?
Intuition.
Mitch,
No one disturbed my cave.
This is an innocent bear, Nick. You can't just shoot it.
look at all these bones, Mitch.
It's its nature.
A bear's trying to eat.
Look, this bear has skeletons in its closet just like you. Maybe it deserves to die.
No, Nick. I must reason with the bear. We finally have an opportunity to learn so much about these majestic creatures.
Roar! I like you.
Step back. Listen, bear. That jewel is very important. The San Diego Zoo cannot have its most important attraction without it.
I hate zoos, you fool.
I know. I do as well. But you don't understand. San Diego City cannot recover from that attraction not going through. You see?
I don't care. What have you got for me?
Mitch, speaking of attraction, this bear, it looks like a female. She looks lonely in the wintertime.
There is only one way to deal with this. Lucky I brought my bear costume.
Oh, if only this were honey. Oh. Thanks.
Quickly, while I distract it.
7 minutes later. Mitch! Wait, I have something. That was not awkward for me at all.
Listen, Nick, we've got the jewel. We must go. But that bear looks awfully relaxed.
She looks like maybe she's feeling a little attached there, Mitch.
You're not gonna go, are you, honey bear?
I would never, honey.
We gotta go scavenge for food.
Ooh, I'll go with you.
Wait. Shh, what's that on her ring palm?
Sweetheart, back. Oh, ah! Who are these?
She was
It's
married.
not what you think.
You're smoking a cigarette. That's what
And so it is what you think.
you're
She has a child.
Ah!
Such a happy family.
You had the scent of a human.
No.
You. Ah, I will kill you.
Mitch McCracken will not die today.
Mitch, I found a bowl of porridge. It's a medium size. Nice job, Mitch. Through the bones. Skull.
Watch out! That's the cave's chasm. We must go over it.
Hurry! Down here!
Mitch, do you have the jewel?
I do. There we go. The San Diego Zoo is going to be very happy, Mitch.
You saved the day, Nick. But I'm still worried.
You worried that you're a homewrecker to a bear family that seems pretty nice?
Yes, but also about my deep, dark secrets. Someone knows me too well and is willing to ruin me.
Mitch, you have to forgive yourself. Just because you slept with the queen of a country which is now declaring war and committing a lot of atrocities, I mean, they can't blame you for that. She has smoky eye look.
I can't help but feel responsible somehow for that. Nick, it's war. I could have triggered that. Do you think she's the one that is spreading my secrets?
It is possible, pal. Well, back in the States, Mitch returned the jewel to the San Diego Zoo, and they were able to open their prime exhibit. Talking penguins. It was pretty cute. We had no time for that. Mitch had to return to his day job. Now, you know in the films that he taught at a university. But in real life, that was not so. What was his day job?
Shoe salesman. He made
DoorDash.
pizza. Janitor.
Yes, he was a shoe salesman. The prime shoe store of the time in the 1930s was in the fashion district of New York City. They had shoes of all variety. Brown, suede, leather, etc. And one of their best salesmen was Mitch McCracken.
Step right up, sir, step right up. I have leather shoes, I have cloth shoes. I have canvas shoes, some bear shoes. May I interest you in one of them?
Oh, I would be very interested in some of your cloth shoes.
You, sir, look like a size 11.
You're right. Nobody ever guesses that. People try to put me in a size 10 all the time. I say I'm a size 11, and they say, oh no, trust me, sir, you're a size 10. But I'm not. I'm an 11.
Telling story, sir.
Thank you.
There you are.
Oh my, that's absolutely beautiful.
Come. Look at yourself at the appropriately angled mirror. Imagine yourself walking down the streets of New York, wearing a spectacle. Nay, the main event, you might call it.
Can you put the other one on?
Right.
I'll take it. I'll take 6 pair.
Excellent, sir. I'll bring you right up.
The queen that you slept with was my aunt.
Oops. You don't say.
I do say, which is why I said it.
You have me at a disadvantage. What is your name, sir?
My name is Louvain.
Sounds French.
It's Belgium.
Close enough.
I tracked you down because anyone who can find a way to sleep with my aunt, the queen, must be a man of considerable resources.
Well, yes, I've been known to be considerable of resources.
Mr. McCracken, I am no stranger to your exploits and adventures.
Thank you.
I don't suppose you've ever heard of a little thing called the Chalice of Cologne.
Of course I have. Chalice of Cologne is known to have been lost for centuries.
But now there is rumor that it has been found.
Has there?
You might also know the Chalice of Cologne was the original goblet that the ancient Greeks believed Zeus drank from on the very day he created the first human.
Of course, it's written in all the stories.
intelligent, Mr. McCracken.
Yes.
A new invention, humanity. A chalice that can create something from nothing. A whole new beginning. Did you ever feel, Mr. McCracken, as if you would like a new beginning?
Why, yes, I have. And I do. But what does this have to do with you? Why are you here?
I want that chalice, Mr. McCracken. And I'm willing to pay you a great sum of money to retrieve it and bring it back to me. I would go myself, but I don't care to dirty my shoes.
Well, mister, I would. But as I said, the chalice is lost. Even with a rumor. I wouldn't know where to start.
I can tell you where to start.
It's the lost page of the tome.
The lost page of the tome. The very book reputed to have been given to Zeus by Apollo. And in that book, Zeus wrote all of his secrets, including the location of the chalice, if you believe in that sort of thing.
How did you get a hold of this?
You're only exciting me further.
How did you get a hold of this?
It's not important how I got a hold of it, Mr. McCracken. What's important is that I will pay you $25,000 to follow that clue and bring me the chalice. And as long as you have it, you might use it to wash away some sins of your own and find that new beginning you crave for.
You have yourself a deal.
How much are the shoes?
Now, in a bar across town, Mitch had just gotten done telling me about this adventure when a very nosy reporter, looking for a little taste of Mitch McCracken, man who slept with warlord Queen, and what he would have to say.
So that's what happened, Nick. The man came to my shoe store. I sold him a pair of very nice cloth shoes. Well, he told me what I just mentioned.
Mitch, this is excellent, and I have to tell you something.
What?
I think we're being watched. There's a very smarmy looking person who has ink on their finger,
Yes.
looking at you mysteriously.
I've noticed her looking at us. Do you think I have a chance?
I mean, go ahead, I was thinking she was suspicious.
Oh.
Don't drink that.
All right, well, I must find out what she's all about. Whoops! Pardon me, ma'am, I'm so sorry. Here.
It's in pieces.
Yes, I'm sorry.
You're gonna have to pay for that.
Of course, add it to my tab.
Immediately, Mitch could tell that she was a reporter, because in 1938, all reporters had one distinct quality about them aesthetically that you could tell. Can you guess what it was?
Warts.
Warts. Yes, that is correct. All warts. All reporters had warts at the time.
Lovely toe showing shoes. I couldn't help notice that you have a journalistic work.
I was hoping to go undercover here. I was sent here by the Times to craft a story about you sleeping with the Queen and all.
Won't you people leave me alone?
But you haven't made your statement.
The statement is, it happens, all right? We all have nights of passion with royal people.
Mitch, You don't owe this kind anything. Why should he tell you anything?
That's right.
Because I'm on his side.
You are. Every newspaper in the city keeps trying to bring me down. The big Mitch McCracken.
That's why I came here.
To bring me down? How is that helpful?
No, to pull you back up again. I'm a little embarrassed, but I'm a big fan of your work, and I just knew that in the midst of the story there must be a reason. Mitch McCracken doesn't just sleep with queens for no reason.
Well, there was a reason. You seem like a trustworthy journalist, so.
And more so than the smoky eyeshadow.
That's right. You see, when a man has been adventuring for the biggest part of his life, he tends to get lonely.
That's so sad.
And, well, most people have what you would call a third place. You have work, you have home, and you have a third place where you can commune and socialize.
Third place, got it. So you're not a first place, got it.
So, what?
You're not first place.
Sort of. What I mean to say is that I was lonely. I don't have a third place. I have work and I have home. That's it. And well, one time when I was working in that one country, I saw the most beautiful pair of smoky eyes. And they were making eyes at me. And I couldn't resist. She was using every charm in the book. She winked, fluttered.
Suddenly, the other people in the bar, hearing Mitch McCracken and knowing that he slept with a queen who was now a warlord, started booing him.
Boo! Yeah! But as you can see, it isn't a very popular decision. Boo! Shut up!
You know, Mr. McCracken, I just don't know if I'm gonna crack the story on this one. It doesn't seem like a good enough reason.
Mitch, it's obvious that the entire city's turned against you. I think the only thing we can do is find that chalice.
You're right, let's go. Miss
Daisy.
Daisy. I'm sure I'll see you around.
Good riddance.
Well, Mitch, I chartered this plane for us. And I got us some good seats.
You ought to have gotten a pilot.
Well, that's why it was so cheap.
Nick, I feel like I'm running away from my problems, you know?
Mitch, maybe that was the reason you slept with her in the first place.
Expound.
I mean, pal, you go all over the world running away from people that you care about most. And maybe you were looking for love in the arms of a woman that you knew would never accept you. Like, why would a queen keep you around? You were one and done.
Because I'm the great Mitch McCracken.
I know you are, pal. You know what? You deserve love. You don't need to keep falling into the hands of unavailable women.
But
Like,
no one wants to be with me. I'm all about the flash and the prestige, but deep down I just feel like no woman wants me. It's kind of a paradox if you think about it.
You should really close the windows, honestly. Mitch, once we get that chalice, we're going to use it to, whatever powers it has that Zeus endowed it with. We're going to get you all kinds of women. Zeus was not too bad at that, although he doesn't have a great track record of relationships, so maybe he's not the best.
It's definitely not the best role
Yeah.
for a relationship.
No.
But I understand the sentiment. I appreciate that, Nick. Hey, look. There it is.
It's beautiful.
Yes, it's Europe.
Yes, Will. It was excellent thinking that we should go to Greece.
Thank you. Let's land.
Yes. Wait a second, Mitch.
What?
What's that on the runway?
It looks like a man.
The propeller! You're gonna slice him up, Mitch!
He's signaling. No, he's got a gun. He hit the engine.
Oh no!
Don't worry, we have another one. Oh no, he hit the second engine. Careful! We're gonna have to jump out right before we hit the ground.
Okay!
All right,
I'm opening the door! 1, 2, 3, oh!
The parachute. I'm gonna pull it. Oh, I already pulled it.
Thanks, Chop. Wait, there he is!
What's that? Who is that man?
I don't know!
Mr. Kraken! How dare you!
Oh, he shut the parachute. We're going down.
Oh no!
We were close to the ground. It's okay.
Now that I have you in my sights, I can put you out of your misery and out of mine.
Who are you?
The prince. Yes, you.
How old are you?
I'm not your son.
I got him, Mitch! Good job! Here, let's tie him to this chair.
No, get down.
Good job, Dean. What do you want?
My mother is heartbroken over you.
She is?
Yes,
Well, you don't say.
she's never been the same ever since. I've lost her.
Wait. You're saying that she's doing all of the things that she's doing out of heartbreak? That I'm responsible for her atrocities? See, I told you. It is my fault.
Mitch, obviously you're doing something right if her son is coming after you.
What?
I don't know, you're getting women to fawn over you.
Oh, I understand the answer.
Yes, okay.
What do you want, kid?
I thought I want you to just die. Die!
I'm sorry, kid. I mean, haven't you ever been in love?
I have.
There you go.
Love drives a man and a woman insane.
I wouldn't put it that harshly, but something like that, yes. Look, I'm gonna let you go, but
Wait. Mitch, remember, this prince, he was betrothed to the country that they're warring against.
of course. You have political ambitions, don't you?
But that was just a political marriage, right? You didn't care about that princess, did you?
I loved her. That was the one I loved and lost.
Not only did I made a war happen, I also broke his heart.
The domino effect. The domino effect of your actions. And I gotta put an end to you.
I'm not gonna let you go anymore, I'm sorry, but look, I'm gonna make things right.
How?
Okay? I'm gonna find the chalice. I'm gonna drink of its nectar. All will be well.
It's just myth and legend. Huh. I've heard of that.
Yes. Exactly.
Mitch, we don't have any more time to talk to this guy.
Look,
Good job.
Come on, let's leave him in this field where we crashed the plane and go.
Nick, you see what I mean? It is my fault. I'm no good with the ladies, and whenever I am good with the ladies, stuff happens that is apocalyptic. I'm not meant to be with anyone.
Mitch, come on, buck up. We have to enter the chamber of Aphrodite right now. You need to be on your best
Excuse
behavior.
me. Hello there.
Hello.
You're a cutie.
You must be our guide into the chamber.
No, I was just wandering by and saw this incredibly, wonderfully looking man. Oh, I don't feel well.
wonder what happened to our guide. Oh, isn't it beautiful? Now, of course, in the film, the Chamber of Aphrodite was studded with pink heart-related things. It was pretty gauche. But in real life, it was themed differently. What was the theme of the Temple of Aphrodite?
Legos.
I heard modern farmhouse. Yes, very much out of a catalog that you would get in your mailbox. It was like a modern farmhouse.
The cabinets are outstanding.
Wide-brimmed hats.
Michelle, I'm sorry I did not meet you on the tarmac. Welcome, welcome.
Are you Aphrodite?
No, I'm your guide.
Oh!
Silly. You fired ahead for me. I'm sorry. I knew you would make it here, and I decided to spruce the place up. What do you think?
Really thought our guide would be Greek, but this is much better.
No. The Greek are too Greek.
Makes sense.
Yes. You see, the Chamber of Aphrodite is a magic place. Look upon her now.
But the statue is so exquisite, it's almost lifelike.
This is what it says in the page. It says... Right, we have a page of the lost tone. We should have filled you in before you started.
No, it's perfectly well, Mr. McCracken. Please, what does it say of the statue?
It says that somewhere in its inscriptions.
There's an inscription on the back of her left ear. It's behind the stone hair.
There it is.
Mitch, what does it say?
Slokos Augustus. Slokos Augustus.
Do you speak Greek?
Of course.
What does that say?
It says August Skies.
August Skies. August Skies is the name of the temple in Constantinople.
You're right. Perhaps that is where the rest of the tome is.
We must find this tome.
Wait, Mitch, did you see that?
What?
The statue blinked. Again.
Impossible.
Yeah, again, right. Wait a second. Do you have a chisel?
I've got this cane.
Oh, perfect. I'm sure she won't mind. Oh!
It's a woman!
Oh! Not just any woman, Mitch!
Oh,
Here entered my chamber of live, laugh, love.
Aphrodite.
I'm sorry, ma'am. Is it wine o'clock?
Mitch, we need an offering for her. Do you have a frappuccino on hand?
Wine?
Oh, yes, the wine.
I'd like a pumpkin spice latte.
Damn it. I can whip one up. It will be 2 minutes. Let me just get out my pocket espresso kit.
I'll go with you.
Aphrodite.
Aphrodite, fear not, they cannot see or hear me. Come, join me back on top Olympus.
Extra ball.
Look at them, the mortal fool.
I find them very sweet.
Yes, you would, my child. You would. Perhaps it was a mistake all those millennia ago when I created them. Perhaps it was a mistake to abandon Olympus and leave humanity to their own mechanics. They needed the strong hand of their father Zeus.
And they needed a soft hand, my love.
You are my greatest creation, Aphrodite. But no, there was a reason I sent that strange Frenchman from Belgium all the way to find Mitch McCracken and set him on the path to discovery of the chalice. You know, when Hephaestus stole it from me and hid it somewhere that even I, the all-seeing eye of Zeus, could not find it, I thought there was never any way I could regain the power. And part of me, child, part of me did not want to. But I see now, from all the affliction these mortal fools bring upon themselves and upon the creation we worked so hard to give them, that I must rise and intervene. So Mitch McCracken, the smartest of all the mortals, shall find the chalice of Kalam. And when he does, I shall wrest it from him. And I shall have the power it bestows of new beginnings and washing away old sins. And I shall clear the earth of this mortal pestilence until there shall be no creature alive, and we shall remake the world in a better image.
Will Mitch McCracken find the chalice of Kalam and free himself of the tragedy that the newspapers claim that he did? Or will Zeus claim the chalice and wipe the earth clean? Find out after a 15-minute intermission.